أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
You know, those of us who have been living here for a long time, we are among the privileged people. And currently, in the last few years, I cannot even explain to you how many people from around the globe inspire or aspire to move to the UAE.
Dear audience, welcome to Pearls of Union. In this program, we shed light on inspiring figures who have turned challenges into opportunities and dreams into achievements. Our inspiring guests are the shining pearls whose journeys reflect determination, vision, and success. Today we meet with another remarkable personality whose story will inspire us all. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Nadeem Lutfullah. Welcome, Mr., and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Rahma, and it's an honor to be here, and I appreciate your invitation. It's my pleasure to be here. Just adding on, I hope our discussion is beneficial for the maximum number of people, that your viewers.
Thank you so much, sir, and it is our pleasure to have you here with us today. So, sir, you have been here since 28 years. So how has living 28 years in the UAE influenced your vision of a hiring industry? And also, what moments shaped your transition from aviation to mentorship and authorship?
Well, to begin with, I moved here in 1997, and already I was in aviation career, so I took it forward in the UAE. The first half of my career was to do with airport operations. And the second half, I would say from the year 2000 up to 2020, I transitioned, I moved into different areas within aviation while remaining with the Emirates Airline Group. So this is a big thanks to the Emirates Airline Group, which encouraged me to make this transition. So I moved into training, I moved into hiring, into interviewing, and I've always had this passion inside me of sharing my knowledge, because by sharing knowledge we also learn ourselves. So that is one way of continuous learning that I believe in. I have been here, 28 years, and I retired recently from the aviation career. And then I decided that since I am healthy enough, alhamdulillah, so I can continue with my passion of trying to help as many people as I can by sharing my experiences. And recently, I also managed to write some books on these subjects related to career guidance to try and reach the maximum number of people globally, not only regionally.
So, sir, you are not just a mentor, but also an author, and you have authored 4 insightful books. So what is the key message you aim to deliver from them?
Yes, I've authored 4 books so far, alhamdulillah. See, the messages in the books are all different. Why? Because the topics of each book is different. I'll just give you a brief about the books. The first book I wrote is like an overall roadmap for career guidance for people who are looking for jobs or who are looking to get promoted or move on to different fields. That book is related to guidance, covering career guidance. The second book is totally focused on job interviews, how to perform well in job interviews. My third book, which I wrote recently, about 4 months ago, is about the influence of AI in hiring, because that is something which is not coming, it's already here. So that book deals with how, what challenges are upcoming with the AI and how people can deal with it. And my fourth book, which I published only yesterday, was about self-development and self-improvement. Now, the messages, as I said, are different, but one core message that you asked me for is, if I want to give one message, is that, you know, every goal that you set for yourself, you must have a plan to reach there. And just to clarify here for the benefit of our viewers, is that the difference between a goal and a target, many people mix it up and they are not very clear what is the difference between a goal and a target. So maybe I can just briefly highlight that. A goal is something that is progressive. Goals can change, but your target always remains the same. I'll give you a very small example. Like if I'm working in a company and my goal is to get a promotion to the next level. So that will be my goal. But once I reach that position, my goal will not finish. My next goal will be to move on to the next level of responsibility, and it will keep on going. But my target will always remain the same. The target is the long-term plan target. My target will be, in this case, to keep growing throughout my career. But my goal is that it will keep changing. So my main message to the viewers is that to achieve your goals, you need to have a plan. And the most important elements of a plan is that it should be flexible. You should have the flexibility of bringing changes in your plans. Yes. Secondly, you must not go after each goal at one time. You should try to create milestones while reaching a certain goal, which means that you set yourself smaller goals towards the bigger goal. So this way you don't suffer from burnout, you feel motivated always. So my main message is plan everything that you do in all ways that you can. Because as they say, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail.
So this is the difference between target and goal. Also, sir, you have mentored thousands of professionals and you have guided hundreds to achieve their career goals. So how do you define effective career mentorship?
Again, here I would like to clarify the difference for the benefit of the viewers, the difference between mentorship and coaching. A lot of people mix it up and they are not very clear what is coaching and what is mentoring. Now, coaching, very briefly, is something specific and short-term, which means you hire a coach or you contact a coach to attain certain goals or to attain a small target. But mentoring is overall. Mentoring means to bring about a change in your mindset, in your attitude, in your approach to things. So a mentor, to answer your question, a mentor actually is responsible for your overall personality, to bring about a positive change in your overall personality. And when you talk about the specifics of mentoring, I would say the first most important thing that a mentor should focus on is setting the right direction. So the candidate or the mentee, he knows which direction to take. So it's the job of the mentor to set the right direction. Secondly, I think it is very important for mentors that they should have very transparent communication between the mentor and the candidate. Because if the mentor is not able to highlight the gray areas or the areas for improvement for a candidate, then he will not be able to communicate properly and make any progress. Another very important element for mentorship is the ability to give confidence to the candidate. Confidence comes from leadership skills. And leadership skills, one of the most important leadership skills is communication. It is the ability to make decisions and take risks. So a mentor's job overall is, to brainstorm the candidate or the mentee into transforming into a leader, where he has the ability to take calculated risk, where he has the ability to make the decisions at the right time.
Sir, you know that today is a rapidly evolving field when we talk about hiring and recruitment. So in a world dominated by artificial intelligence and dominated by digital transformation, where do you see the future of recruitment and hiring industries?
This very question that you're asking is very relevant for today's world and for people in their careers. And this is the exact thought that prompted me to write my third book. And I will also tell you the title of that third book is Death of the Résumé. Now, speaking in context of the same, what you asked me, everything is moving towards digital, from paper to portfolios. And if I would give the advice to young people about how to face the challenges, how to overcome the challenges of this digital environment, where the AI is responsible to make decisions regarding hiring and recruitment, it is to get over telling about yourself. You see, in my book, I speak about the resume as something which is telling. Move over to showing. Now is the time to show what you have achieved, what you have done. So, in short, in simple language, it would be having digital portfolios online, where you can be traced, you can be found by AI systems. I'll tell you live examples of people contacting me. And then I found out that some people recently here in the UAE, they were approached by recruiters on LinkedIn without applying for a job. How was that? They never sent the resume for the job, but they were approached by the recruiters on the basis of their digital presence, because they were highlighting their portfolios, they were highlighting what they have achieved, what they are capable of doing, the skills. So that way, the recruiters, they approached the candidates directly. So the message is, if you haven't started yet, you needed to start yesterday. Start building your digital presence. And every time you engage with people, whether it's companies on any platform, whether you engage, because you see companies that are taking over recruitment through artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence within seconds is able to trace a candidate's whole history within minutes, right? On all platforms. This is happening now. Yes. Companies are using AI to track a candidate's complete record. So every time you engage, or especially on professional platforms, you have to be aware of this fact that I'm being watched.
You have also another book which name is 55 Unconventional Interview Questions. Yeah. So what advice do you have for candidates looking for interviews or preparing for interviews?
Okay, that's one of my favorite books out of the four, because myself, I am very, very interested in conducting interviews, and I did this for many years for the Emirates Airline Group as well in Dubai. The idea behind this book, before coming to the tips that I can give to interview preparation candidates, the idea behind this book was to, highlight things that normally people do not realize about job interviews. I'll give you an example. One is the fear of an interview. So candidates must think of interviews as a two-way discussion rather than an examination, which they feel it is. All right, and coming to one of the most important tips, I have 3 very important tips for candidates. Number 1 is practice. Number 2 is practice. Number 3 is practice. So the more you practice and prepare for your interview, the better the outcome can be, the better you will perform. Now the methods of, very quickly, the methods of practice. The oldest method is talking to yourself in front of a mirror and repeating the answers to questions. That's the oldest method, and so far I think, in my opinion, that's the best method. What happens is the first time you answer a question in front of a mirror, and the 5th or 6th time that you do it, you will see a clear difference in how you improve, because you will yourself feel where you needed to improve. So practicing in front of a mirror. Then there are other methods also. One is a mock interview. You can take up mock interviews online. You can take up with a professional. There are people offering. I offer mock interviews to candidates. Or you can even ask a friend of yours just to sit in front of you and read out the questions to you, and you start answering. So that way you get a feel of a real interview environment. Now, this book contains a lot of information of how to understand interviews. Interview is not only about answering the questions. Interviews are about understanding different things, about understanding the whole environment, about understanding the body language of the interviewer. Yes. The silent cues, which I call in this book. And also be aware of your own body language, how it should be, including eye contact, your movements and everything. And then talking about the 55 questions, I will briefly tell you about them. It is realized now by the hiring and recruitment industry that interview questions were being repeated for a number of decades. Like for the last 25 to 30 years, interview questions were all similar. You know, the questions like, why should we hire you? Tell me about your strengths and weakness. These are common questions. And there was a realization that these questions, the people, because of the social media, people are preparing very well and they're getting used to answer these questions. So the interviewers, the recruiters that I am in touch with in my network, I realized that they are also thinking of changing, bringing a change in the questions. Now, my 55 questions in this book are all different. None of them are from this old school thought questions of why should we hire you, or where do you think yourself you will be in the next 5 years. This book contains 55 questions which are totally new. They are futuristic questions.
So, sir, if companies could change one step in their hiring process to improve hiring, what would you recommend?
Oh, I see. That's a tricky question. I think the most important, based on my experience, the most important tip that I would give to the companies is give preference to potential over experience. What I mean is that potential is something futuristic. Experience is in the past. While it's very important to know what the candidate has already achieved as part of his experience, it is equally important or more important to consider what this candidate is capable of in the future. So hire on potential rather than experience, and this is like a complaint from a lot of people who are seeking jobs, is that the recruitments or the recruitment companies or the businesses, they look for experience without giving a chance to newcomers. So once you do not provide enough opportunities to the newcomers, how are they going to turn into experienced candidates in future? So that's one thing. And just briefly talking about the pain point or the main complaint from candidates that I come across, the topmost complaint against the recruitment hiring industry is no response or no feedback, especially after an interview.
Yeah.
So if companies could consider, developing a mechanism where they can give even a minimum feedback to the candidate, especially after they have conducted an interview and they are not accepted. This not only helps the candidates in improving, it also helps in the reputation of the company for the long term.
So, sir, looking ahead and in your opinion, which skills or behaviors will be most in demand in the Middle East?
So not only globally, but regionally and in the UAE specifically. I was reading an article recently in a local publication, and there are certain skills that are considered to be the most important and the most required skills between 2025 and 2030, they said in the article. And those skills I will mention to you. One is creativity. Yes, so talking about future skills, not only in the UAE or regionally, but globally, I was reading an article recently which highlighted certain skills for the future. And the way they put it is that these skills will be highly in demand between the year 2025 and 2030. And the top skill mentioned there was analytical mindset. You see, you should have a mindset for the future which can analyze everything, taking everything into consideration. The second skill mentioned was creativity, followed by analytical mindset. And I recall out of the first top 5 skills, there was a skill mentioned as self-management. Now we knew already from before there is a skill called self-awareness, but this is one step ahead of self-awareness. This is self-management. Self-awareness, of course, is about your options, about your abilities. But self-management is how overall you can manage yourself with regards to all aspects of your professional life. The next one was resilience and the ability to face rejection and how to bounce back actually after facing a rejection. I avoid using the word failure because in life, in professional and personal life, I believe that you either succeed in your goals, achieving your goals, or you learn for the next time. Another important skill for the benefit of all our viewers is adaptability. Adaptability to change, to manage change. Because we know as time goes by, the changes are coming all the more faster. So keeping up with changes is one of the most important skills in my opinion. And for me, that would come very high up in the list. The last one that I can recall is social influence. The larger social influence you can build up, the better it will be for you as a future skill to use.
So, sir, based on your experiences, what is your advice to young professionals looking for good job opportunities?
See, whether you are a job seeker looking for a job, whether you are a starter or whether you are a student who is about to enter the practical world, or whether you're someone who's thinking of changing your field of work or changing your position. As we mentioned earlier, focus on your goals with a plan. Be flexible always to change the plan. I give an example in my workshops that if you are going home from work one day and your car breaks down on the way, or let's say you face a roadblock on the way home, would you lock your car and sleep in your car? No. You will look for an alternative way to reach home because your goal for the day is reaching home. So be flexible to change your plans, your goals progressively. Never change your ultimate target. Another very important message that I need to give, especially to youngsters in the UAE, is to adapt a disciplined schedule. Whether you are looking for a job, let's say if you are looking for a job, I come across many people every day who are struggling either to look for a job or to change a job. And when I ask them this question, how do you schedule you plan your day looking for a job? Most of them have no answers. Why? Because they do everything in a haphazard way. They decide one day to get up and immediately start applying. They decide the next day they will do something else. The third day they will have a look at the documents they are using. So it doesn't work out that way. What it does is it will make you tired, make you frustrated if you work in a haphazard way. So you need to have a disciplined schedule. I'll give you an example. Every day at the start of the day, make some notes for yourself with a block of your time. Let's say today I am writing in the morning that from 10 o'clock till 11:30, let's say 90 minutes or 120 minutes, 2 hours, 10 to 12, I will only do this. I will apply to different positions. I will look for different jobs and apply to them. Now during that time, you should not divert into social media, which is a very addictive component of our life, very important but addictive. So focus on your attention on what you have decided to for that next 2 hours. Then you can take a break and then focus again. Write down, for this next 2 hours, I'm going to do the following. This way, you will see at the end of the day how much productive you are. I often tell career job searchers or career candidates that when you don't have a job, the only job you have is to look for one, right? So when you get up in the morning, don't just think that I'm going to start blindly applying. Plan and schedule everything. Another important message for young career candidates is how to face rejections. And as I mentioned earlier, take away the word failure from your dictionary. Replace it with learning. So you either succeed in your goals and your progressive goals, or you learn. You learn to do better. You learn what you did not do, what did you not do correct or the right way for this time, but for the next time, you have more information on how you can move forward in a better way. One more important aspect is look for a mentor, look for a coach to guide you, because people who have traveled the road, they know a little more better than you of what it might need for you to reach your goals. And be coachable. I come across a lot of people who use a coach or a mentor. They say that they want to use it, my ability or my skills to coach them, but they treat the coach or a mentor as an advisor. So they will just listen to it and then do whatever they feel like is right. So then you lose the purpose of mentorship and coaching. The future is all open in front of you. There are more opportunities now than there has ever been, especially when someone like me started my career. There were very few opportunities, but now there are diverse opportunities available. And the way forward is digital. Paper is being replaced by screens. So build your digital presence, your footprint online. If you haven't done it, you should have done it already. You should have started yesterday. And what you need to include in your online portfolios and profiles is your introduction, of course. Your video introduction is good. Then you should add samples of your work, what you have achieved. Like especially if you are into IT, then you can very well, display what all you have achieved related to. Even otherwise, in different fields, like if you're in a customer service or a sales or a marketing position, you can deliver the message through videos, through short introductions, through what you can say is a video resume. So put it online, put it on your portfolios. I have come across some young guys in UAE and even in Asian countries, Southeast Asian countries, who have shared their online portfolios with me. And the job they have done with the portfolios is simply amazing. So you need to build a high quality digital footprint for yourself. Never give up is a very old advice that you must have heard for many years. Never give up, but it's much easier to say it than to do it. But if you keep this in mind, that you are not supposed to consider any drawback or any shortfall as a failure, rather take it as a learning, then you will never stop growing.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. As we come to the end of our episode, I would like to invite you to share a message of appreciation and gratitude to the UAE and its rulers.
Thank you, Rahma. Thank you very much. And those of us who have been living here for a long time, we are among the privileged people. And currently, in the last few years, I cannot even explain to you how many people from around the globe inspire or aspire to move to the UAE. Now, this is due to a few basic facts. One is, of course, the amount of security that you experience here in the UAE. Then the UAE, its leadership, always make sure that UAE is among the first in digital advancement. Anything that is taking place anywhere in the world, you will see UAE as number one coming forward. This is due to the leadership foresight and futuristic planning. And one other important aspect of the wonderful life we have here is the emphasis the UAE shows for customer experience. Whether you are talking of something very small like applying for a telephone or for a electricity power connection, everything has been made so simple based on giving the best experience to customers. So these are things that makes life so much easier over the years, and these are the reasons that you find people from all across the world aspiring to move to the UAE to start their lives. And once they are here, even the skeptical people who might have been skeptical before of moving into a Middle Eastern countries, even most of them, I find that within the first year of moving here, they say we don't want to move away anywhere else. So that's a great tribute to the leadership of this country, and we all hope that it continues with the same speed, with the same determination, and all of us residents here are always with adhering to the laws and the regulations here, because they are all for the benefit of its citizens.
Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of our program. Thank you for sharing your success story. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Rahma, again to your channel and to our viewers as well. And it has been a real pleasure talking to you today, and I really appreciate this opportunity.
We would like to sincerely thank our distinguished guest for this valuable discussion. We hope this episode has provided you with new insights and inspiration. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes for more enlightening conversations, and goodbye.